Hello there, folks. Frank Zorrilla, Zor Capital, 12/15, December 15th, 6:20. Doing a weekly video like we've been doing every single week to see if we can find some setups specifically for tomorrow. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been mixing it up a little bit. We started with the top momentum names. Then the next week we did the top momentum names with one filter, a consolidation filter. Then we looked at the liquid momentum stocks that are heavily owned, the Russell 1000 names. And today what we're going to do is we're going to do a combination of all of it. And specifically what we're going to look for is for stocks that recently had a big move like this one here for whatever reason. It might have been the FDA announcement, it might have been earnings. And what we're going to look for is a stock that had a big move on heavy volume, and now we're waiting for that consolidation so we can ride the second leg higher. So let's see if we can find some names for tomorrow. See, what you're going to notice is that it's all the same pattern. This was a buyout. PTI, a biotech. Biotechs have been doing extremely well. AUPH, a biotech. Big jump in heavy volume. We're looking for that consolidation now. This probably needs more time, at least for me. CCXI, biotech stock up on 29 million shares. Had a beautiful inside day candle here. We had it on the list right on this day. Had a big move, but gave it all back. Biotechs are a little bit extended, so this is not at all, out of the ordinary. So we'll see how it sets up. KOD, another biotech stock. I had this on the list for Friday as well. I am long at 64.05 with a stop here at 59.90. But as you can see so far, the same pattern. Stock goes up big on 5.1 million shares in the back of some type of announcement. We don't chase this move. If you're a day trader, you can play this move. But as a swing trader, I like to wait for this consolidation, okay? Sideways action, you'll see the candles start to tighten up. You'll see the volume start to contract. SSSI, nothing here. Had the big move here. You had the nice little consolidation right over here. Then you had the second leg higher. That's what we're looking for. ISEE, another biotech stock, had the big move here on some type of probably FDA news. Stock trades 27 million shares in this day. Trades 21 million shares in this day. This stock was trading, by the way, 70,000 shares. And out of the blue, this major announcement turned the tables around. And again, you had the nice little consolidation right over here. You had another consolidation right over here, an inside day. Then you had a big move. Nothing here for me for tomorrow. KRTX, similar situation. Biotech stock, 15 million shares, phase 2 results. Big move higher. Now you get the consolidation. Very similar to most recent biotech, CCXI, that had a big move, and then on Friday it gave it back. These things might be tired because the biotechs have had a tremendous move. MYOV, another situation. 72 million shares. Met some type of phase 3 news. Big move. I tried this one right over here. Just couldn't get going. It looks okay. Down 3 days in a row. Stock closed at 15.05. I like the stock going through 15.98 with a stop right over here at 14.49. That is extremely wide, okay? However, this could be a big mover, and it's a stock that needs a wide stop. So in a situation like this, MYOV for tomorrow, I will have an alert at 15.98. My buy stop will be 10 cents above this high, which will be 16.08. And my initial stop will be this low, which is 14.49. So MYOV. JNCE, same thing. Big day right over here. Whatever the news was. Biotech, probably a phase, some type of phase 2, phase 3 announcement. Nothing here for me. CLVS, another biotech. Again, the biotech sector has been doing extremely well. Bold was a buyout. RLQL buyout. RSNE, another biotech. So again, what we're looking for is, these stocks, the assumption is for the most part that if they had a big volume day and they were up big that day, there was some type of catalyst. Okay, and what we want to do is that catalyst more than likely is going to last a while. So we want to make sure that we get involved in these stocks when they consolidate. Like for example, MRSN had a big move right over here. Now it's down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row. I like the stock going through $3.81. with an initial stop at 367. So my buy stop will be at 391 and a initial stop 367. Okay. Now more than likely, once tomorrow comes around, I go through my scans, all my scans and all my lists. More than likely, I will probably leave this one off the list, and the reason why, traded 149,000 shares, and I'm not a big fan of stocks under 5. But whatever, we'll see what happens. Let's see what else we have here. So far, I mean, these are all pretty much the best performing stocks recently. They're all biotechs, okay, for the most part. EYG, another similar situation, big move, 15 million shares. I like this setup. The problem is 44,000 shares on Friday, 67,000 the day before. So depending on the size of your account, you can probably play this. And if I were to play this, well, I'll put it on the list anyway. EIG, 696, it's the alert. Buy stop 7 cents above. Initial stop is 658. When I say initial stop is that what I'm looking to do is as the stock moves high, I'm looking to raise my stop without choking the trade. So stops for me are dynamic. They change on the way up, not on the way down. These are all pretty much biotech stocks for the most part so far. Another one, ALK, again, big move right over here on roughly 2.9 million shares. Nice little consolidation. These stocks are very volatile. Here, for example, my buy stop would be $4 away. That's just too much for me. And again, as you go through these lists, right? As you go through this list, these are the best performing stocks recently. You're going to be able to understand, you'll be able to, there's certain myths out there in regards to stocks or trading that, a stock should be making X amount of money or a stock should be trading above a certain price. Once you start going through, these scans and you start seeing the best performing stocks recently, you're going to start to realize that those things are not true. In the short term, in my opinion, what matters the most is momentum and mean reversion. And sometimes you might have news why something is moving higher. Sometimes you don't. Here, VRAY. Stock goes up 20.2 million shares. Some type of partnership, or they're doing something together with Medtronics and I believe someone else. Stock goes up. As you can see here, from 350 to 450, it's holding on to a bulk of its gain. Here you have the anchor VWAP, which has been acting as resistance. I like the stock going through 432. Matter of fact, I like the stock going through this high right over here, 434. Buy stop 444. Initial stop at $4.10. That's VRAY. 81,000 shares. And you're going to start to notice that most of these stocks, they move in small little bursts that might last 3 to 5 days. For example, 1, 2, 3, sideways action, 1, 2, 3, sideways action. As swing traders, you're pretty much in the moving business. What you want to do is you want to get involved with a stock that's just getting started. You want to get involved in that first move higher, that first day higher. Then you want to jump off the train on that, day 3, 4, 5, so that way you don't have to sit through this consolidation. You want to take this money, get involved with something that's just getting started, on that first day. So here you have a nice little move higher, sideways action, little move higher, sideways to down action, move higher, sideways to down action. How much you're going to get in these small little bursts, we have no idea. A lot of it depends on the market, what's going on with the market. Sometimes you're going to have a really good market, a healthy market, and you might get a big percentage gain or a big dollar gain. Other times you might get, a less amount, and it all depends of what's going on with the market. So far, the market's, it's doing okay. But the point is that you don't want to chase stocks higher you want to get involved in something like this, which here's a meme version. Here's a stock that has a lot of momentum, goes from $4 to roughly $6. That's 50%. Holds on to bulk of the gains, and then here you get this first leg higher. This is when you want to get involved on this day. Not over here on day number 3, but on this day. You want to start to unload days 3, 4, 5. You want to get rid of it, and then you want to get involved with something that's just getting started. That's what swing trading is all about. Okay, 24 million shares right over here. Here, 24 million shares. So yeah, that's big buying for this stock. Printed an inside day. LK, I like the stock going to 31.70 with a stop right over here. Call it 29.90. Initial stop at 29.90. A lot of biotechs. Now, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names in the list. Okay. Now, we don't know if these stocks are going to trigger. Trigger meaning that they'll go, they go through Friday's highs. We don't know if the buy stops will get hit, which is 10 cents above. And right now, beforehand, you might have a gut feeling of which one's going to be the biggest winner. But at the end of the day, you don't know. You don't know beforehand which stock is going to break out or which one is going to be the biggest winner. And that's on any given day. Every trade, for the most part, is random and unique. And sometimes you're going to come across a stock that's got a very similar setup to another one, and one might work out and the other one might not work out. And what we're looking for, very simply, we're looking for some consolidation, some contraction. From contraction, you get expansion, okay? Here's a little mean reversion setup down 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. This is something that I really focus on. And then you get the up move, down again, and then you get the up move. This is the reason why I'm not a big fan of chasing stocks when they're up 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row, because for the most part, what's going to happen next, you're going to have to sit through some type of consolidation or some type of drawdown. And we want to avoid that. Here's another one, INMD. Down 3 days in a row, printed an inside day. I like the stock going through 39.75. Buy stop 39.85. Initial stop right over here at $38. Yeah, this is one here to watch. I have this one flag. Might need a little bit more time, but this is looking really good. And you can see the stock has downtrending for a long time. Sellers are in control. That's clear as day here. The stock gets to a level where the buyers and sellers are finding equilibrium. As you can see here, they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That means that more than likely the sellers are running out of supply, and the buyers are stepping up slowly but surely. Now here the stock has a huge breakout. Buyers are back in control. All right. This is no longer resistance here. More than likely, all these guys that bought the stock here, they're either out, they gave up, and this is a fresh stock. Look, I like the stock a lot. I think this stock here printed an inside day. NAT trigger is 414. That's where I'm going to set my alert. Buy stop is 424, 420, 424 with a stop right over here at 394. NAT. All right, we got 5 more names. All right, that's it. So what do we have? We have MYOV. We have MYOV. MRSN, which is a $3 stock. EYEG. VRAY. LK. INMD. And that. So out of 200 names, we found 5 potential setups for tomorrow. For me, again, my trigger would be Friday's highs. My buy stop is 10 cents above. As of right now, for all we know, the market is down tomorrow. Not one triggers, or maybe one triggers. We don't know. We put the alerts in, they trigger, we put the buy stop in. So trade them well and be well.